iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here, race fans. We are back after the holiday break here with the Northeast iRacing Series presented by Valley View Firewood. My name is Roger Muth here in the booth tonight. We're bringing you round number 6 here at Lanier for these drivers out of the Northeast. And, well, there's a star-studded field back here after the Christmas holiday. And, well, we do welcome all the race fans in. We hope you had a very Merry Christmas out there as we are getting ready to go back for the final race of the 2021 calendar season for these drivers. These drivers raced all spring, summer, and fall long from all the way from Canada to Vermont to New Hampshire, all the way through New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, all up and down the East Coast, and also some of them venturing down into Louisiana and Texas. Well, now here on the iRacing.com platform, they transition for the winter season to get a little more seat time in these modifieds. Of course, the 358 modifieds is what we have here tonight on the Speedway. We ran a couple big block shows earlier in the season. Now the rest of the way till the crown of champion at the end of the season, we will be in these 358 small block modifieds here on the iRacing.com platform. Coming into the night, though, after 5 rounds of competition here with these series, Peyton Tower does lead the top spot. He leads 9 points over little Caleb Durgan. Josh Son is sitting 16 points back out of the points championship lead. And how about the driver out of Pennsylvania? Young Washrags, Talon Carter, is sitting fourth, 18 points out. The top 4 right now, just separated by 18 points. Then it's a big drop back down to Chris Brown out of Kokomo, Indiana. He's sitting there 44 points back. The driver out of Vermont, Dylan Rabtoy, is sitting 47 points back. So they're locked in a very close battle coming into round number 6. Everybody behind them, though, John Mcphee, he is sitting 7th in the overall championship standings with Kevin Chaffee, Jason Griffith-Dobbs, and Josiah Millen all rounding out your top 10 point standings. Drivers right now coming into tonight's competition. So we're seeing those standings, they could jump. We've seen some big jumps. Of course, one of the main talking points coming across here tonight down in the garage area, driver of the 14T of Peyton Talbert. I do believe he is logged in here tonight. He is. He will not be able to qualify. He'll have to start at the back of his heat race. And then there's a challenge that's been put out there. R&R Auto Graphics with Paul LeCourt along with Clark and Son Automotive. They put up a little bit of a bounty. We call it a little bit of a bounty. It's more of a challenge for Peyton Talbert. He's been on a streak as of late. He's been to victory lane numerous times here with the Valley View Series. So there's a $20 little bit of a purse incentive if he would start at the tail end of the field if he makes the feature event here tonight and make his way all the way to the top spot here to park it in victory lane. We will have to pay a close attention to that car here tonight to see if he can actually get it to victory lane or not. So we will continue to watch him here tonight at Lanier. We do got to thank, though, some of our sponsors coming on board this season. Valley View Firewood, of course, a family-owned and operated. Valley View Firewood is located at 926 Sunset Drive in Willsboro, New York, serving the north countryside of all its firewood needs. From small bundles, truckloads, well-seasoned, split, ready-to-go firewood to heat your home or campfire. Contact the Valley View Firewood today. We also got to thank Begor Supply for coming back on board this season. A family-owned and operated business, again, up there in the upstate New York area. Moore's, New York, offering various products from hardware, plumbing, septic supplies. They have it all, from animal and pet feed, lawn and garden. They have it all. And, of course, they got that special propane fill station for all you race fans headed out to the races on the weekend. Of course, you do need your propane filled in New York as well. Gets a little cold. You never know when the power is going to go out. Also, we got to thank Clark and Son Automotive, established back in 2019. Clark and Son Automotive has built up one of the area's best reputations for customer service with advanced diagnostics and automotive fleet repair, fleet maintenance programs, fabrication, heavy-duty truck repair services, computer diagnostics, ABS systems repair, custom welding, and fabrication auto parts. Look no farther than Clark and Son. So, with those just being some of our sponsors coming into the night's main event here, coming up just a little bit later on. Let's head down trackside already. As you see, the cars are starting to make their way to the starting lineup here. Let's go down trackside for our first heat race of the evening. Starting on the front row here tonight, driving car number 4, the driver out of New York, driving car number 4. This will be the driver of the Heath Auto number 4 of C.J. LeVere. Starting to his outside, it's the 98 out the gate out of Crossville, Tennessee. It's the Griffith Stone number 98, a racing Jason Griffith-Dobbs. Starting car number 55 and P number 3 here tonight. Driving out of New York, the DE Designs Basin Excavating, Albany, Saratoga driver. This is Paul Moran. Starting behind him in position number 4, driving car number 83 here tonight. This is driver out of Ontario, J.D. Haldane. Starting back in P number 5, driving the 14T, that is Peyton Talbert. In car number 14T, he'll start back there in 5th. Right alongside him, the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, the young Wash Rags, Talon Carter, will drive car number 1 here tonight, starting back in 6th. And starting the LeClaire Flatworx number 7 out of New York, this is Josh LeClaire. That is your 7-car field. 3 to qualify here out of heat race number 1. and we'll go green next time. Bye. So that's your starting lineup here tonight, brought to us by Simbox. If you don't have one, you need one. Contact Simbox today and get your custom button box made to keep you out there on track. Green flag is up. Here we go. 8 laps the distance here in round number 6. First heat race out there on the books. As Paul Moran down at the DE Designs entry. Look at Peyton Talbot. He'll look down to the bottom side, but the battle is actually going to be for the race lead. Here comes the Keyboard Warriors, number 98, out the gate here tonight. Racing Jason looking to the inside of the pay-to-win sit-ups. Heath Auto Repair. Number 4 of CJ Lavera. Lavera going to lead lap number 1 here, though, tonight at Lanier. As he leads lap number 1, everybody trying to run down those front 2 right now. They're come by once again. It'll be the outside groove here for car number 4 of CJ Lavera. That transfer spot, though, the number 14T, that is Peyton Talbot there in the Fast Lane Performance. Number 14T runs with the Short Track Super Series up and down the East Coast. So Peyton Talbot working the outside route with just 5 laps to go. Sitting back there into P number 4 right now was going to be 07. That is the LeClaire Flatworx entry. Look at Talon Carter. He started back there in the 6th position. He's already moved up to 5th. Trying to see if he can get around car number 7. LeClaire working that middle groove right now. Wash rags right down on the bottom side of the speedway. Behind them, J.D. Haldane, Paul Moran. Battle also for P number 2 now, though. P number 2 as Racing Jason is on the outside with his Keyboard Warriors. Number 98 coming out the gate here tonight. The driver that raced down at Crossville in Tennessee. He was a Hornet driver down there, almost pushing it 3 wide down at the corner. CJ Lavera going to come by this time. He will get the white flag when they come back around here. Peyton Talbot now moving into P number 3 as Racing Jason goes to the outside. If you're Peyton Talbot, you got to go where they're not here as the final lap is up here one more time around the speedway here in our first heat race of the evening. 3 heat races on the docket here tonight. Could this be the move for the win? Here comes the 14T. Is it going to be Peyton Talbot or will it be CJ Lavera at the line? He's only going to lead 1 lap and he'll lead the only lap he needed. Peyton Talbot, CJ Lavera all moving on here. So Peyton picking up right where he left off before the Christmas holiday. Everybody else in that heat race will have to go to a last chance qualifier. Heat race number 2 starting to make its way to the starting lineup. Starting on the front row here, driving the Bartell Builders 1W entry here tonight. This is the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. This is a wild one, Wade McDuff. Driving car number 22, hailing out of Swanton, Vermont, the Raised Diane Tubing Island Excavating entry number 22. This is Dylan Rabtoy. Starting back in Pete number 3, driving car number 77 here tonight. This is the driver out of New York, driving the Clark & Son Automotive. Moore's Recycling, Cheetah Chassis Works entry. This is Chris Clark. Starting then, back in P number 4, driving car number 15 here tonight. He drives car number 15 out of Plattsburgh, New York. The R&R Auto Graphics number 15. This is Tyler Snyder. Starting back in P number 5, driving car number 17 out of Pure, New York. Driving the Adirondack Siding Construction's JDS Tape and Painting Ducharme Speed entry. This is Little Caleb Durgan. Starting back in P number 6, hailing out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Driving the Jordan Head Racing Turn 3 Racing Posse number 40 of Josiah Millen. Starting back in P number 7, driving the M2 entry here tonight. This will be John Mcphee, and big news coming out of the McPhee stables. They just posted up that they are going to be headed to the Sunshine State with the Short Track Super Series, starting off the season in Florida this year. But how about we start the heat race number 2, put 8 laps back onto the board. Here we go. The Bartell Builders 1W of Wade McDuff down to the bottom side of the speedway. Can he lead lap number 1 here? Couple cars getting together back there. That was the 40 of Millen and the M2 of McPhee. They both keep them wound up, put it in the right direction. 3 wide back there for 5th, 6th, and 7th on the speedway. Wade McDuff still the race leader here. He'll lead lap number 1, but look to the outside. Here comes the Raised Diane Tubing number 22. Dylan Raptoy working the outside of the speedway, trying to get around his New York counterpart. Wade McDuff down to the bottom side of the speedway. McDuff, one of those drivers, well, he's been a crew member on cars, just like car number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy. Now he gets to race against him. Was putting setups in Rocky Warner's car for years, was Wade McDuff, and now he's here on the iRacing.com platform. He just fell from 1st to 2nd, though, with just 5 laps to go. Rabtoy, you're going to take the lead here. Caleb Durgan now looking to take out the Clark & Son Automotive, number 77. That Cheetah Chassis Works, number 77 of Chris Clark, is back there running into the 4th spot right now. So your top 4 still having a chance to advance here. Millen sitting back there in 5th. He's starting to run down. Last time by, he was a 10th quicker than the 2 cars out ahead of him. So we'll see if that momentum still continues to roll for Millen in car number 40. right on board here with our Daddy Daycare Designs onboard camera on board, the Pennsylvania driver of Josiah Millen. Millen working the outside rear. Right ahead of him, you see Chris Clark in car number 77 work the bottom side of the speedway that time. But the old popsicle sticks went in the air that time by there for Dylan Rabtoy. Trying to put it in the show right here out of the get-go, out of the gate. White flag is going to be up. Dylan Rabtoy will be the first one to see that white flag. Look at Wayne McDuff, Caleb Durgan right there. Little digger digging on the bottom. It'll be the final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag going to be in the air this time. It's going to be the race dying tubing, number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy, picking up his first heat race win of the season. So it'll be Rabtoy, Millen, and Durgan all moving on. Clark, Millen, McPhee, and Snyder all going to have to go to a last chance qualifier. And actually, I'm being passed along the note. Nope. No last chance qualifier here tonight. Everybody going to make the big dance here for the big show. Starting lineup here for our third heat race. That is our third. I want to go back and rerun that second one. It was a good one, but this is the third heat race of the evening. Driving car number 31 here tonight. Car number 31 coming to us out of Plattsburgh, New York. The Labatt Blue Coors Light entry. It's confused. I'm confused. He's out of the Airborne Speedway racing 4 cylinders. This is Matt LaValle. Starting back there, car number, I believe that is the... I'm not sure. That is actually going to be the Rob Lowell entry. Lowell Motorsports entry. We'll get a number plate on that car here in just a moment from our crew. But starting back in P number 3, then driving car number 20. Out of New Hampshire, the No Limit Detailing, London Valley Speedways Sportsman Pro Stock driver. This is going to be Dave Coburn. Back there driving the 97.5 here tonight. Back in action out of Moores, New York. This is going to be Nathaniel Gay. And then rounding down the final row here tonight. Driving car number 11. Hailing out of the White River Junction, Vermont, the Fast Lane Performance Andy Speed Shop, this is Josh Sun. And driving out of Montana, driving car number 41 for the Smith Racing Inc. entry driver here tonight, this will be Doug Ungari. It does look like car number 41 of Ungari will actually miss the grid. What do you say we put another 8 laps back up on the board? 3 to qualify, 5 drivers to take the grid. 5 drivers take the green flag here for our final heat race of the evening here in round number 6. And it will be Matthew LaValle leading down the back straightaway. Look at the great 3-wide battle we got going on here, though. Lowell, Coburn, and Son. That G-Stone entry of Rob Lowell to the outside. The 1X2 entry, G-Stone Racing. Right now working the outside of the speedway. Coburn trying to take that No Limits Detailing Brett Hearn throwback look-alike car. Similar colors at least there on the Coburn entry. Trying to get back around Josh Sun. Josh Sun does have that final transfer spot into our A main feature event here, but remember, we did get that note passed along. All drivers will make our feature event here tonight, so only 3 heat races here. And with 5 to go, Matthew LaValle. He's got Chevrolet stamped on his car here tonight. The driver changing up his paint scheme wrap here like, well, I change out the socks. Three to go. It's Matthew LaValle, Rob Lowell, and Josh Sun right now. There you see that car number 11 holding down the top spot. Josh Sun getting a lot of experience throughout his years of racing competition. Everything from micros to midgets. And oh, how about some contact? Little contact there for the race lead. Well, Talon Carter's team chiming in out there, the Rags Carter Racing. Lots of generations of racers through that stables, and a lot of times they've been to victory lane collecting the big checks, the trophies, and the trophy girls to take them home. Final lap, though, around the speedway here for Matthew LaValle. He'll pick up his first heat race win of the season. So Matt LaValle going to victory lane here to take a couple photos before the feature. He'll be joined with Rob Lowell, Josh Sun, all taking those top spots. So a little bit of a warm-up session coming here, but we got to thank a couple more of our sponsors here. M&M Country Store, a small-town convenience store offering all your necessities, including fuel, food, and beer. They are your one-stop shop. They have it all. Down at Plattsburgh, or actually, sorry, that's Sioux Falls, New York. Already ahead of myself, looking at the Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits. Plattsburgh, home for wine and spirits. If we don't have it, you can't get it. For the best price in town, Gioiosa's has you covered. Stop by the store located over at the Skyway Shopping Center in Plattsburgh. Hanson Starter Shop, 30-plus years in business up in the upstate New York area. Rebuilding starters, generators, you name it, alternators, they have you covered. Hanson Starter Shop is your one-stop shop to stay started. How about LeClaire Flatworx, located in Plattsburgh, New York? LeClaire Flatworx specializes in custom stamped sidewalks, patios, anything concrete related. Look us up today on Facebook.com and get your free quote for your next outdoor renovations. Daddy Daycare Designs, located out of New York. Daddy Daycare's Designs specializes in CNC machine wood products such as signs, decorations, furniture, and much more. Check them out on Facebook.com. Wonder if they can make me one of those, Northeast modifieds here and see if we can get that down here into the studio. Ducharme Speed, helping out iRacing Big Block community with driving advice, setup tips, checking out the House of Speed for Ducharme Speed built setups. How about Direct Imported Vehicles, located over on Spellman Road in Plattsburgh, New York? Direct Imported Vehicles specializes in lightly used trucks and SUVs, importing vehicles from Canada, making them 100% Americanized to sell to the public directly at a lower than dealership prices prior to going to auction. Contact them today. And of course, we got to thank Simbox. Well, if you need a button box for your iRacing rig, look no further. Simbox has you covered. Simbox PC over on Facebook.com. Also, Simbox, supplying the championship gift here this season. We're look forward to seeing that. They got a special one in production right now, a prototype being built for the champion right here of the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Series. Race fans, we're going to take a quick step away, and we'll be back right here to bring you the main race here tonight.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Well, welcome back here to Lanier. Here tonight, race fans. As you can see, the cars are starting to make their way to the starting lineup. So let's take you down trackside here and walk you through your starting lineup. Supposed to start on the pole here tonight, and we'll give him the pole here. Congratulations to Peyton Tappert in the 14T. But, well, that little bit of a racer's challenge. He'll head to the back of the field here tonight. So Peyton Tappert going to take that challenge from Paul McGorton, the R&R Auto Graphics, along with Clark and Son. 10 and 10, put $20 together here. So Peyton Tappert going to go to the back of the 20-car field here to try and come through. So, starting on the front row, though, right up to the outside. Now will be car number 22. This is the driver out of Swanton, Vermont. The raised die and tubing entry of Dylan Rabsway. He'll go from P number 2. Starting at P number 3, driving car number 31 here tonight, out of New York. This is going to be the Chevrolet number 31 of Matthew LaValle. The Heath Auto. Number 4, out of New York, C.J. LeClaire will go from the 4th starting spot, while the 1W, the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, the McDuff Racing Bartell Builders entry. 1W, Wade McDuff goes 5th. Starting there, the Lowell Motorsports, Rob Lowell in the 1X2 entry. He will go from P number 6. The Racing Jason Griffith Dobbs entry, the 98 out the gate out of Crossville, Tennessee. The Griffith Stone entry will go 7th, while the Ducharme Speed, number 17 of Caleb Durgan here tonight, that Adirondack Siding and Construction entry, will go from P number 8. Starting back in 9th, driving car number 11 here tonight, the driver out of White River Junction, Vermont. The Fast Lane Performance Anti-Speed Shop, Bear Ridge Sportsman driver of Josh Sutton will start their 9th. Starting back into the 7th, driving car number 7, starting back into the 10th position, this is the driver out of Plattsburgh, New York, the LeClaire Flatworx Adirondack Renovations of Joshua LeClaire. Starting back in P number 11, he drives car number 77 out of New York, Clark & Son, Moore's Recycling, Cheetah Chassis Works, Airborne Speedway 4-cylinder sportsman driver. This is Chris Clark. Starting back into the 12th spot then, driving car number 20 here tonight, the driver out of Lebanon, New Hampshire, the No Limit Detailing Lebanon Valley Sportsman Pro Stock driver of Dave Coburn. Starting back into the 13th starting spot here tonight, he is driving car number 1, hailing out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. They call him Wash Rags. This is the Kelly Spade Realtor of Keller Williams Platinum Realty. He races at the Pabst Motor Speedway, the sportsman driver of Talon Carter. Starting back in P number 14, Peanut Butter and Jelly starting next to each other here tonight. The driver out of Grandview Speedway, out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the Jordan Henn Racing Turn 3 Racing Posse entry, number 40 of Josiah Millen. Starting back into the 15th starting position, driving the 97.5 out of Moores, New York. This is the radio station Nathaniel Gay. Starting back in P number 16 here tonight, driving car number 55 out of New York, the DE Designs Basin Excavating, Albany, Saratoga Street stock driver of Paul Moran. Starting back in P number 17, driving the M2 entry. M2 here tonight is driven by John Mcphee. He will roll from P number 17. And starting 18th, it does look like he will miss the starting grid here tonight, driving car number 41 of Doug Ungari. Starting back into the 19th position, then scheduled to at least roll off from the 19th starting spot, driving car number 83 out of Ontario, the TJB Mortgage and Investments. Matrix Mortgage Global Cornwall Speedway 358 modified driver. This is J.D. Haldane. Driving car number 15 here out of Plattsburgh, New York, the R&R Auto Graphics of Tyler Snyder. He will be our final car on the grid here tonight. So all the cars, except for 2, it looks like. 1 driver down on pit road, 2 drivers down to pit road. They are just getting a check on the transponders. They will rejoin the field here. So Doug Ungari is the only driver that will not take to our starting lineup. Here we come. This time by, we're going to drop the hammer. Put 50 laps up on the board here, round number 6 for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing National Series. We are Green Flag Racing. Green Flag Racing here as one driver having some issues on the start. That's Snyder. We'll see if he gets back out there on. But right now, Rabtoy will lead lap number 1. Leading lap number 1 here tonight. Rabtoy leading lap number 1. Matthew LaValle right there. Look at C.J. LeClaire. He is just hanging it out there right inside the top 3 for the time being. That driver said he found something here, and he said he is going to go to the front, and he's going to stay there. Everybody trying to single file out. You got to go all the way back here to the 98 out the gate. He is right now trying to work to the inside of the speedway. Look, he's got Josh Sun right there. Sun to the backside of that car, right to the outside. That's that G Stone Motorsports entry. Rob Lowell to the outside. Look at the LeClaire Flatworx entry also right there. Everybody is just currently sitting right here all together. It's still Raptor out front with LaValle and LeClaire with McDuff. But then from Griffith on back, looking up 3 wide. Caleb Durgan stuck in the middle. LeClaire had to hit the hooks. It's going to check up the 77 of Chris Clark also. So everybody kind of getting snacked up here tonight. Already 5 laps in the books here as we work around the speedway. All laps tonight have been led by Dylan Raptor. Come out of turn 4, and they're going to point it. Look at them all hanging out here. Dobbs down on the bottom. He's trying to make the move now on the 1W of Wade McDuff. McDuff in that brand new Bartell Builder sponsored entry, picking up that sponsor the other day. One driver up the speedway out of turn number 2. One driver was up into the wall. That was the 1X2 entry of Rob Lowell. He was up into the outside wall, and, well, he kept it going. But the driver out of Vermont, that G-Stone Motorsports driver, has now got to work his way back inside the top. Well, he's back into 10th as almost into the back of LeClaire Flatworx, number 7. Looks like Ungari not being able to make the call here tonight. His crew down there disappointed on pit road. Driver out of Montana, he'll be credited with 20th place here tonight. And Tyler Snyder right now also having some issues, so he is being scored off the raceway. The 1 and the 1W. Look at Wade McDuff. He has fallen through the field here. He actually got into the outside wall. Now he's being pestered and bothered by the young driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. There you see the Grand Central Tap Room. R&R Auto number 1. Kettner's Tires got him hooked up and on his way to all his races this season. And Talon Carter, he's also been on a hot streak here on iRacing. Of course, taking a top 3 in the point standings at the BAPS Speedway in Pennsylvania. Made a couple trips up to the 5-mile point this season, and now he's making his point to go to the front. Up 6 spots here in the first 13 laps of this race. All green flag racing so far here tonight. Everybody still chasing down that raised dying tubing entry. Look at that bottom. There's 2 lanes of racing here tonight. We've seen the outside make some moves. Look at Talon Carter. He'll go to the outside now in car number 1. One driver around, caution, lights coming on. That's going to be the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. The number 1 of Wade McDuff, and it looks like his car is having some problems here. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that car out there on the racetrack. So he'll have to go to pit road, most likely. We'll have to wait for the truck to tell us where they caught the 1W of McDuff, and they say they got it right here. Here's the 1W. Let's watch him. He's to the outside. That's the LeClaire Flatworx, number 7, down on the bottom side. And, incoming right rear from Joshua LeClaire to the 1W of Wade McDuff. Both drivers just coming together as they were both racing for the same real estate down there. Watch it again here. Watch car number 7 down on the bottom. Hugs the bottom, trying to follow the 1 of Carter, and actually holds the line pretty well. It's just you kind of run out of real estate there, and 2 drivers battling for it. Wade McDuff, unfortunately, winding up on the side of his Bartell Builders 1W entry, so that's what brings out the caution flag here. As you see it, we're already got the lights on the old iRacing.com Silverado, which was actually purchased over from our friends at Direct Imported Vehicles. 358 Modifieds come back to life here after the first caution flag. It'll be Dylan Rabdoy leading us out of turn number 2. 1 car up on his side. That's the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. He was making his way through the field here tonight, and Talon Carter now going to be, unfortunately, having to take the tow back to pit road. What happened to Talon Carter on the restart? That's unfortunate for the driver. That came in on one of the hottest streaks here on iRacing that we've seen in a very long time. Let's watch this one back. Watch the one of Talon Carter. Goes down into the corner, and no, big stack up on the bottom there, and his rival Millen getting into the Nerf bars, and unfortunately just the way the suspension bound up on car number 1 of Talon Carter. Watch it back here with our Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits onboard camera with Talon Carter. Big stack up, and fortunately he wound up on the lid. So we'll come back. We're giving it another try. Talon Carter is still towing on his way to pit road. It does not look, unless we get a quick caution flag here for Talon Carter, he may go at least one lap down. Green flag back into the air. Here we go once again. Down to turn number 1 they go, all chasing car number 22. This time, though, a lot better of a start there by Matthew LaValle, but it's not going to be good enough. It'll be Raptor, LaValle, LeClaire down the back straightaway. Quick caution flag coming out. Possibly the Martel Builders entry, the 1W of Wade McDuff. And is it the 98 out the gate? What happens? I'm being told Griffith has something to do here. And oh, Josh Son into the back of the 98. There's Nathaniel Gay. He is involved. Wade McDuff was not involved in the 1W, actually, and it does look like the Keyboard Warriors, number 98, having a lot of suspension damage. Right on board once again with our Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits onboard camera. Up in front of Josh Son he goes, and he actually lifted out of the throttle, unfortunately, and that's what put Dobbs up and over for his tumble of a ride. So that's not what he wanted to see. Well, we'll re-rack them. We will restack them here tonight. 2 drivers currently off the speedway. Doug Ungari he has actually turned a lap now. They did get car number 41 fired off here tonight. So now they are out there trying to see what the Gremlins have in his car. And Snyder is actually back out onto the speedway. Also, Talon Carter is being scored on the racetrack with his transponder. Let's give it another go. This time, though, look at Matthew LaValle. He'll lift the left front, and he'll power down the back straight away. Not going to quite be able to have anything for the number 22 of Raptor right now. Look at CJ Lavere. He goes to the bottom. Everybody else trying to go to the top side. One car up out of the groove. He'll go around. It's car number 20. Dave Coburn and a couple others now. There's the DE Designs number 51. Or, sorry, that's the 55. Paul Moran on the DE Designs number 55. Couple cars having some suspension damage. There you see the G-Stone entry. Pulling away. He's got some damage. Let's dissect this one here. Car number 20, you're going to see him just to the left side of the screen here. He goes up the track and gets very tight off turn 4. Goes into a spin. Nowhere for LeClaire. Nowhere for Rob Lowell to go. Griffith involved also. There you see the 15s involved. Right on board with our Daddy Daycare Designs onboard camera here. You're watching with Josh LeClaire. Didn't even know it was coming. Nathaniel Gay then into the left front of that car. So that's the big one here tonight. Dave Coburn and Paul Moran involved. Jason Griffith, Joshua LeClaire, Rob Lowell all involved. Josh Son involved. J.D. Haldane involved. Coburn down on pit road. He's trying to beat the pace truck out here. It does not look like he will be able to beat the pace truck. We go back racing. New driver on the front row, though. That's car number 17, Caleb Durgan in the Valley View Firewood. Number 17 down the back straightaway. He'll fire. That's actually going to be a great run for Durgan. Durgan will challenge for the race lead as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. This time by, who will have it? Drag race. It'll still be Rabtoy at the line. He's been able to lead every lap, but look who is sitting there already in P number 3. Boy, oh boy, is that the 14T. Peyton Talbert going to be right there. $14T of Peyton Talbert. Remember, had to go to the back. Caution flag on here. 5th caution flag of the evening. It looks like it might involve both number 1 cars here. Talon Carter out of Pennsylvania and the 1W of Wade McDuff out of New York. Looks like both drivers are the ones being called over the transponders. Take a look. Oh, the one of Carter. He's actually going to get hooked after getting a little contact in there. Joshua LeClaire into the back there. Wade McDuff just going to spin it around. Right on board that Daddy Daycare's design. Going to show us this Rags Carter Racing number 1 right into the wall there. And then just carries that left front. Oh, look at Wade McDuff just get on the hooks and turn away from him. So Carter going to have to go to the back of the field here. Being told, actually, at the scoring loop, Caleb Durgan may be the race leader. We'll see if that does shake out here. No, it is going to be car number 22 of Dylan Raptoy. So it'll be Raptoy, it'll be Durgan, it'll be Peyton Talbert, then C.J. LeClaire, Matthew LaValle, John Mcphee, Josiah Millen, and Chris Clark back there. Green in the air. It'll be 21 laps, and oh boy, Caleb Durgan with a huge start there. I don't know if the 22 of Raptoy just blew the tires off that race dying tubing or what, but he looked like he was tied to a stump when the green flag came out. Look at McPhee go to the outside. That M2 entry, no limit detailing on the side of that. First time we've seen that paint scheme on the number 2 of McPhee. But talk about Dylan Raptoy dropping like a rock. He's back there at a 5th because, well, C.J. Lavera's got around him, and now John McPhee still working the outside of the speedway, making it work up there. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes the driver of the 14T, Peyton Talbert, now knocking on the back door. Caleb Durgan right there, both drivers under the age of 18, and both drivers wheeling and dealing here tonight. C.J. Lavere still sitting back there in 3rd. The battle is still with McPhee. Oh, look at that's the 40 of Millen trying to get around that race dying tubing. Number 22 dominated early on here. Millen going to try and cross underneath here. That's going to put him 3 wide. Millen actually going to slip a little off the corner. Millen goes back to the top side of the speedway. Caution lights coming on. Nathaniel Gay, the 97.5 entry, having some issues with his car. He's trying to get it back around here. Watch the 97.5. What happens, into the wall on the start-finish line when he goes up into the corner. Maybe the 41 there, Vangori, not knowing that the 97.5 was there because he saw him up into the outside wall. So your race leader still Caleb Durgan, then it's Peyton Talbert, C.J. Lavere, John McPhee, and Dylan Raptoy. This caution flag probably coming out at a perfect time for Raptoy as he was falling through the field here after leading the first 22 laps of this main event here tonight. Since then, Caleb Durgan has led. Got him on a restart. Caleb Durgan going to have the chance to fire off and try to get away from Peyton Talbert, but will he be able to do it as the green flag is back into the air? They're going to race him back to turn number 1. Down to the bottom side, Durgan making it work. Look at everybody. Look at all the racing room out there. It'll be Caleb Durgan leading that lap back to green flag racing. So it's Durgan, it's Talbert, it's C.J. Lavere, McPhee, LaValle right there, and McPhee with a big sideways entry into that corner. Coming back, green flag racing, as it's going to be Caleb Durgan, Peyton Talbert, Saw Peyton Talbot right on the back bars there of car number 17, but, well, it's going to be all the number 17 of Caleb Durgan being able to lead the first lap back. 21 to go. Everybody still has a chance here. 3-wide battle. Here it comes. The number 7. Joshua LeClaire working the inside. One driver way up and over back here. I don't know what just happened back here. I saw cars go flying everywhere. Nathaniel Gay on his roof. J.D. Haldane involved. Doug Ungari, Nathaniel Gay all involved here. A little contact there from, I believe that was the one of Carter, but really didn't upset the car all that much, and then just looked like J.D. Haldane just kind of lost the handle on car number 83. Watch it again here. There's the little tap from Carter, but it really didn't shoot the 83 anywhere. Contact just came from the right rear of Haldane to the left rear there of the 97.5, and Ungari just wrong place, wrong time in his car number 41. So a couple drivers maybe having just a little bit of a dispute there on that one. They'll be able to talk it out afterwards in the hauler. Your front two stuck together once again. Durgan and Talbot. Fire them off. Here we go. 20 laps to go. The shootout is on. Caleb Durgan going to get a good start, and then you got to go all the way back here to the raised iron tubing. Number 22 of Raptor and Son. LaValle's right there. Millen is back here. John Mcphee, though, talk about a driver that has had it hooked up here tonight. John Mcphee, after the big announcement, headed to Florida to start the season. Of course, the Northeast Modifieds will travel down to Florida, trying to catch a little raise before, well, the snow melts up north here. Get a couple laps, see how your stuff is dialed in. So Mcphee picking up 13 spots here. Now call it just 12 as the 22 of Rabtoy back around him. That's the battle for the 4th and 5th position currently. Josh Sun back there. Millen here trying to get around the number 31 of Matthew LaValle. LaValle works the outside of the speedway. This track really starting to transition here tonight. We've seen outside, we've seen inside, and now it's just, well, where do you feel comfortable? Because this track has absolutely worked in perfectly here tonight. That's the two race leaders as they got 15 laps to go. Come by this time, it'll be 14 to go. Where does that fast lane performance number 14 T go? He goes a little bit of a slider line. Caleb Durgan works the bottom side of the speedway here. Durgan with a great run that time off of turn number 2. He'll hold the race lead. When he comes back around here, he'll slightly lift that left front tire. And as these two actually run single file, there's somebody that is coming. Look at it right there. Our Valley View Firewood onboard camera with CJ Lavere. The Heath Auto entry is pulling in the race leaders. Talbot still trying to figure out a way to possibly get around Caleb Durgan. He just cannot figure it out here tonight. He's gotten there. Remember, he qualified P number 1 here tonight. No invert. Fortunately, having to go to the back of the field for that challenge. And he's made his way to second. 10 to go. Double high 5 this time from the flagman. Just 10 more times around Lanier here. 3-horse race. Mcphee has faded back there a little bit. CJ Lavere sitting 3rd. Rabtoy is back to running 4th with Josh Sun in 5th. And this is a battle that, well, according to our timing and scoring, just keeps going back and forth. Millen and LaValle still running also side by side back there. There you see the number 40 out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Millen down on the bottom side. The tire specialist on the Jordan Head Racing team. Trying to see what kind of tires he has left after this one. That's the best battle that we have on the speedway is right here with Millen and LaValle. They've been side by side for the last, well, call it about 10 laps at least that they've run side by side. That just shows you how even this track is here tonight. Millen leaving tons of room between him and the car to the outside. Will they come back this time? Those front three that you see right there, they will see that there's going to be just 5 more laps to go here tonight in round number 6 here for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Nationals. High five, 5 fingers in the air, 5 more times around. Does Talbot have anything? Anything at all? Is CJ LeClaire holding back any? This one's about to get good. Remember, the $20 challenge from R&R Auto Graphics and Paul LeCourt, and of course Clark and Son Automotive, putting another 10 with Chris Clark's name on top of that to see if Peyton Tapper could go from the front to the back and come back to win this race. Popsicle sticks when they come out of turn number 4. It'll be 2 laps to go, under a mile of racing left here tonight. Down the back straightaway, there is lap traffic out in front of the race leaders, but I do not think that they're going to get there. Oh, that time, a great run by Peyton Talbot in the 14T. Final lap here tonight. White flag is waving on round number 6. Caleb Durgan going to have to hold a pretty line down the back straightaway. He does. He'll hold the bottom side, trying to diamond it off just a little bit there for Peyton Talbot, but it will be Caleb Durgan picking up another one. Peyton Talbot coming across second. CJ LeClaire is going to be Raptor back there, and it'll be Josh Sutton rounding out the top 5. John Mcphee, Matthew LaValle, then Josiah Millen back in 8th. Grayson Jason will finish 9th here tonight. 10th will go to Chris Clark and the Clark and Son Automotive entry. That's your top 10. Take a look at the left-hand side of the screen. That is your unofficial results here tonight. There you see your top 3. We'll catch up with all 3 of those drivers here in just a couple of moments after round number 6. Those 3 drivers having a very clean race all here tonight. And we'll be back here tonight for your post-race interviews brought to us by Valley View Firewood, your home in the North Countryside of New York for Firewood.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans, to Lanier here tonight for the Valley View Firewood Northeast Racing National Series here tonight. We have officially completed round number 6. We have a winner. We have a podium top 3 finishers here tonight to talk to. Let's head down trackside and talk to the Heath Auto number 4 here tonight of CJ LeClaire. CJ, talked to you pre-race here tonight. Told you had a fast car. You said you found something out there, and I told you to go get one of those podium finishes and just bring me back the wheel. You brought back the whole car here as you finish P number 3 tonight.
Yeah, we're tickled pink with this one. We've been struggling all year. We haven't had the speed, and we figured out a little something. We got speed. We're right there with the big boys now. Now we just got to get lucky and beat them one night.
Now with 5 rounds in the books, you come here into round number 6 this season. You were here last season, and you showed a lot of improvement in the program here. What changed here now this season that now this car number 4 is in the contention for wins?
My little secret, we got a little new engine program, let's just say.
Well, I get it. You don't want to share all the secrets that are in the garage this season for yourself here. But, Matt, now that you finished on the podium for the first time this season, we will have, well, a couple races left in the year. Back to Volusia, back to Lanier, back to Volusia. Can we see this four back on the podium some more and possibly taking home one of those big old winner checks after one of these rounds?
We sure hope so. We're definitely going to give it everything we got, and we're going to try. Hopefully we're back here next week. Everything looks good. I got to thank my sponsors, Heath Auto, R&R Racing Graphics, Pay to Win Setups. There's so many people out there. I appreciate it. View Firewood for sponsoring the race. Paul and you guys for putting all this stuff on. I love being able to do this.
Well, you love being able to do it. You've already thrown out the whole laundry list of sponsors. So once again, here, CJ, great run. We look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
There you hear it from the driver out of New York, driving car number 4, the Heath's Auto Repair entry. CJ LeClaire will finish P number 3 here tonight, and the man that just finished out ahead of him, how about a Peyton Talbot qualifying P number 1 by having to go all the way to the back of the field for that little bit of a challenge here put up by R&R Auto Graphics along with Clark and Son Automotive. 1 spot shy, though, of taking home that payday.
Yeah, just had a real good race in my opinion. Just came up a little bit short. I knew it was probably going to be a race to the front with Caleb. I figured whoever was going to be there first, it was going to be who ended up winning it. But great race to Caleb. I tried to get into his head a few times and show him that middle line and get him to move up a little bit, but he kept his head calm and ran a good race.
Now, you know a very experienced iRacing driver Caleb Durgan is behind the wheel of these 358 modifieds. I mean, you don't see him make too many mistakes. You pressured him to try and come off the bottom there. Did you think that maybe possibly about going up to the top side once or twice here at the end of this one?
Yeah, I tried it a few times. I tried the top 1 and 2 on one of those restarts, and he just kind of walked away from me, and then I threw a slider, and it was really just lockdown bottom there, and but you know, it's still a good run, and we'll move on to next week.
Moving on to next week, you know, we've talked to you numerous times. You know, we're going to skip over that. You don't even like the points championship. You tell us all the time it's not about the points, it's about the fun. And, well, how fun was it coming through the field?
Yeah, it's always fun to come through the field, as long as you can keep your nose clean and just watch for wrecks and stuff. It's always a fun time coming through the field, in my opinion.
Well, the Christmas holiday just was. Did we get any race car parts for that modified?
Well, yeah, the car is my Christmas present. I got some other stuff for the car, yeah, it was a good Christmas.
Well, congratulations here tonight, winding up in second. Who do you got to thank, though, for another fast hot rod here tonight?
Yeah, just Corey at Reesville Performance, Fastline Performance, Ted's Body Shop, Precision Hydraulic and Oil, Northeast Forestry, Dig Race Products, Donna's Motorworks, JK Signworks, DNA Designs, just everyone that watches and supports y'all for broadcasting this and putting this on and allowing us to have some fun.
There it is, Peyton Talbot here tonight, race fans. He will finish in P number 2, just coming up just shy of being able to go to victory lane once again this season. But the man who did go to victory lane, he drives car number 17, the Valley View Firewood. Number 17 of Caleb Durgan. Caleb picking up 7 spots here tonight, but you had some challengers back there. Peyton Talbot, CJ LeClaire, they both came knocking on the back end of car number 17 here at the end.
Yeah, definitely. I knew that Peyton was going to be hard to beat, but luckily he took the EOL, and it kind of gave me some breathing room. This race was full of yellows, but you know, we were able to hold him off on a basically rubber down racetrack.
You talk about holding him off. He talked about coming through the field with you, and it was going to be the first driver to the front here tonight, was possibly going to be the one to win. Is that how you felt here coming into the feature event, first one to the front?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know Lanier, it's really just a one-lane track. The big block show was slider, and here was lockdown bottom, so it's really whoever gets to the lead first wins it usually.
Well, you got to the lead first. Talbot tried to play some games with you to move you out, but you stayed stuck to the bottom like glue here to pick up another win this season, so that's got to feel good. It took you a little while here with the Valley View Series to get your win, and now you're back in victory lane again in the same season, so congratulations on that. But what do you think? You chipped away a little bit at that championship standings.
Yeah, it's really going to be hard to beat Peyton in the championship, but just consistent runs is what I'm going to need, and hope he has some bad luck, but you never know.
Well, congratulations here once again. We got to roll the red carpet out for you. We got to give you the microphone. We know there's a lot of, there's definitely a lot of sponsors on this 17.
Yeah, JD Stapan Painting, everyone at Valley View Firewood, John, Susie, Justin, Valley View Firewood, Integrity Shocks had a sign for the rap, Respo Performance, you guys for putting on the show, and congrats to Peyton on coming up to the field.
There you hear it. Little Caleb Durgan gonna park it in Victory Lane. This will be the second time he's gone to Victory Lane this season, so him and Peyton Talbot both having multiple wins in the series this season. Of course, Peyton's still holding a slim lead over him in that wins category with 3 wins to 2 wins now, and they do sit atop of the points championship standings 1 and 2. So a good run here for Durgan and Talbot and LeClaire. How about Dylan Rabtoy? He will finish in the 4th spot. Maybe a little bit of a down night for Rabtoy when he looks back at the stats after leading the first 22 laps of this feature event here tonight. He will still finish solidly inside the top 5 with a 4th place finish. Josh Son had to pick up 4 spots here tonight to finish in the top 5. He does park car number 11 in the 5th position. The biggest mover and shaker, though, here tonight, it's the M2 of John Mcphee after the big news coming out that they will head down to sunny Florida to start their season off. He comes back here after the Christmas holiday and picks up 11 spots as the biggest mover to finish in P number 6. Well, that's going to about do it, though, here from Lanier. We will head to the Volusia Raceway Park on January the 5th after the new year. We will put the small block modifieds back onto the racetrack. We will go 35 laps for a main feature racing action for the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Nationals. We got to thank, of course, Valley View Firewood for coming on board this season as the title sponsor. We also got to thank Clark and Son Automotive, M&M Country Store, along with Gioiosa's Wine and Spirits, Daddy Daycare Designs, Begor Supply, Hanson Starter Shop, along with Ducharme Speed, Direct Imported Vehicles, LeClaire Flatworx, along with Simbox. For all of us here with the Valley View Firewood Northeast iRacing Nationals Series, all of us here from the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed your Christmas holiday. Of course, the new year is coming. New Year's Eve. We do hope that everybody is safe out there because we would like to see you in 2022 at one of your local short tracks. Invite us, tell us where you're at. We will try and put it on the calendar for this brand new racing season. Until we see you in 22, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we will see you at the races.